In a world where equality is just another euphemism for mediocrity, where participation is more highly valued than achievement, where just enough to get by is the new standard of excellence, there is a small minority of people who fight back against such apathy, who struggle daily to reach new heights. These brave few are the hope for the future, the bright shining light for the next generation. They are the ones who will lead us to the places we have never dreamed of, to the undiscovered country, to reach goals only a few can even begin to imagine. Unfortunately, none of those people could be here tonight, so kick back and relax. Prepare yourself for several hours of fun, friendship, fascinating conversation, and fabulous music. All those F's, that's an alliteration and kind of a radio trick. Speaking of radio, you're listening to the most popular radio station in the history of broadcast radio, at least among stations that originate from Chris's living room. It's Curious Times. Your host is a curious listener. Here she is, Chris.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Curious Times. Thank you for being here. It's Saturday, June 4th. Got a bit of a late start because of my computer technical challenges here. And sorry about that. Hopefully you kept each other company. I know I had I don't understand corrupt drivers. So it has to be that this driver update I did today was bad. So I should go back and unroll or re-roll or unroll or undo it. And maybe I'll do that when Kimber starts a reading. You know what I mean? Although I may have to restart. Anyway, oh my goodness, I'm having so many troubles. I didn't think anyone would be able to hear me because on my system, when I try to do a Skype test call, I can barely hear myself. And, you know, when I look at my sound settings and, you know, you make noise in the mic, like there's only one bar showing up on the microphone level. And then when I came in here, I was like, Amy, I blew Amy's eardrums out, so I can't figure it out. I'm getting really frustrated, though, that's for sure. And really frustrated with this. I've been putting a full-time job into just trying to solve a couple of audio issues, you know, and it's ridiculous. Anyway, we're here. Kimber's here. I didn't have any time to look for good news or anything, and so I don't have any damn good news, okay? If you want good news, go somewhere else. And unroll the update. It's funny, though, he's like, why in the heck would, you know, you would think that it would crash when I try to use sound, not my webcam. My webcam has nothing to do with that driver that I updated, you know what I mean? All I updated was the HD Realtek or whatever, HD audio, they call the stupid thing, Realtek high definition audio. You know what I mean? It doesn't, they all use the same DLL. Okay, anyway, I'll go figure it out. Okay, so Kimber's here. I see that there's one person at least in queue there that's on the phone. Their last name starts with B. And so if you're here to get a reading from Kimber, if you could just push 1-1 right now, and that would I'll put you in the queue if you push your 1-1. Otherwise, I'll assume you're not wanting a reading. So whoever the phone is listed to, the last name is B. Last name starts with a B. So I don't know who that is. That might be Dragon. I wonder if that's Dragon. The first name is David. Whoever's on David's phone, if you're... Oh, there you go. I think you blipped. Did you blip again? Can you do that one more time? Yeah, okay. So you'll go in the queue for a reading, okay? Thank you. Okay, so you'll get a 1-hour reading from Kimber unless someone else phones in. And Bonnie, show who's Bonnie. Certainly not that Bonnie. Not that Bonnie. Amy was here. Where did Amy go? Amy crashed out on us. Oh, really? Oh, I see. Very good. Okay, so Kimber's here. She's a clairvoyant psychic medium. She's like the bone chick, you know what I'm saying? She's like the bone reader. That's what sets her apart from every other psychic running around out there. And she does bone readings, stones and bones and automobiles, you know. And so let me just see here. I'm having a hard time. Okay. And so she does a lot of stuff though. She also can read auras, you guys. So if you want to have your aura read or your bones, not your bones, but them bones, not your bones. She doesn't like break your bones and read them or anything like that. She can do also aura on animals, and she can give you readings, messages from your guides or angels, blah, blah, blah. She's a healer too, and she can also pick up on energy using psychometry. And all of this got a lot stronger for her following a near-death experience. And anything else you want to know, ask her your damn self, or get a hold of her at Facebook at facebook.com/Kimber-lee Psychic Medium 1. That's number 1, not the word 1. And so let's just go get her. Hey, Kimber, how you doing?
Hey, hi. Oh, how are you?
I thought, oh no, I can't hear her. I can't hear her. Oh my God, I can't hear her. Okay, very good.
It was me. I was muted. Sorry.
How's it going?
Good.
Very
doing
good.
well.
Oh, good.
And you? How about your throat? You feeling better?
Don't ask.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Okay.
I appreciate you asking, though. You know what I mean. But I got no positive answer to that. Right now.
Yeah. Oh, well, I've just been thinking about you, so I'm hoping you feel better.
Well, I'm more frustrated with this stuff. You know what I mean, as to how my back is out, and my, the throat thing is the least of my concerns right now. And anyway, blah 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 blah. Wah wah wah. Amy's back. Yay. Okay.
Yay,
so
Amy.
I did have somebody write to me and gave me a tip, an idea for one day. And it was like to do kind of like a Kreskin deal or something. So we get a few people who have cards. I should really read this properly from the see if I can get this thing to everything crash on me. So okay, and so she said, yes. Get 2 or 3 volunteers from chat to grab their cards, and I would be one of them. And all you have to do, all do what you do with your decks. Whatever you do with your deck is between you and your deck, okay? I don't want to know what you do with your deck, okay, guys? But the Kreskin wannabes will pick 3 cards and put them in an envelope, or just and mark them ABC or whatever, or just put them in front of you face down, in order, ABC kind of thing. Then you pick first Kreskin to do a reading, and then at random pick a person who wants a reading. Kreskin asks the person who wants a reading if they want 1 card or more, and has to pick them in the order that they want them. Then they give them a reading, and the readers can decide what cards they want to use, either tarot or oracle or whatever. And then it goes from reader to reader. And while the one reader is reading, the others will reshuffle. So I guess you get to go to all that effort to put envelopes, and then you get to take it all out and reshuffle. But anyway, I'm teasing. And so one person's going to do the reading. The other people prepare for the next round, I guess. And they won't know who they are reading, and the person wanting the reading doesn't get to pick the reader. But how do we know? I'm wondering, how would we know? How can we accomplish knowing how many cards the person wants? Stuff like this. If it would be clear in the chat room then who the person is. or else I can't be the Kreskin, one of the Kreskins. Anyways, I guess I would just moderate all of this, and I would keep it secret who you're reading for. So you go ahead and you do the reader. The person wanting the reading doesn't get to pick who their reading is coming from. And then the person giving the reading can either make something up or they can give a real reading. It's up to them. It's all ideas about having fun. It's meant to be fun and silly and not taken seriously. So that's an idea for I like that. Good idea. I like that. Good ideas and different things to do.
Yeah, definitely.
And so Amy's back, but she doesn't have any sound. So anyway, I don't know what's going on with her. So anyhow, that is that. It's June already, Kimber. What's going on? Why is it June already?
I know what happened. Where did it all go? It seems flying by.
Crazy.
Yes, definitely.
It's starting to get a little warm here too, which is unfortunate. So I'll have to have the added problems of fans going and see how that changes my my sound problems, because I don't have this luxury of air conditioning, and so when it gets kind of hot like that, it gets really brutal in here. But anyhow, so what's new? Anything new? What do you want to talk about?
We can talk about whatever. I was wondering, I was going to ask you about Kathy's show, if you ever figured, I know you guys have been working on it.
Well, it's moved over to IntuiTalks. And so it's just a question of when, it's not it's like Linz and Rihanna, I guess, aren't going to be ready to do a show till later June. So,
okay.
I've done everything I can do. You know what I mean? I got it all set up. I got them trained. I did my thing. That's all I can do.
Yeah. Great.
If we were on BTR, then I would do a couple shows, but I just think it's a little redundant for me to do a show on Kathy's channel. You know what I mean? Here on IntuiTalks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A little bit. Like if we were on BTR, then my purpose would be to drive BTR listeners over to IntuiTalks. But there's no real good reason, unless one of those times I get someone like Lizzie Starr or something who can't come in so late, because she's in the UK, and so she'd want to do an afternoon show, and so I could do that every now and then. I could do an afternoon show.
Yeah.
Without having to cancel my night show, you know what I mean? And, although I think Jenny would allow me to do 2 shows on my own network in one day too, if I really needed to. So.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I'm so happy moving over here and keeping it going. And I know you all have worked so hard at it. I just was trying to keep track and watch for it so that when it does start up again, I'll have to catch some.
Well, I try to post stuff at the Kathy's Distant Echoes, but like there's people that post like 86,000 things there.
Yeah.
So, after an hour, like your post is way too far down for anybody to bother scrolling, because you got every conspiracy theory and 60,000 blessings from Archangel Michael and then Thomas, the Sasquatch dude, putting up all the stuff about, whatever, earthquakes and tornadoes. I don't know. I don't know, all that kind of stuff. And so, like, anything that, a person puts, gets pushed down really quickly. And so we have posted over there that says that we're over at IntuiTalks and stuff like this. So I got Lynn's all hooked up with the clownfish and that's an absolute pure test of endurance, will, patience for to train Lynn's on this. So we got it done. We got it done.
Yeah.
She tries to go
good.
6 steps ahead, and you're like, no. I'm like, Linz. Like, at the first 60 times, I'm like, no. Finally, I'm like, Linz, please. Only do what I tell you to do, okay? I did not tell you to do that. I did not tell you to click there. Please just do what I tell you to do, for God's sake, please, you know? And,
Slam that shot.
We're still speaking to each other, so that's good news, you know what I mean? And,
yeah.
Oh, my Lord, you know? I'm like, okay, Linz, we'll try. Like, when I was trying to train her on BTR, I was also simultaneously I was planning on doing like a video tutorial. And so I was like screen capturing the whole session, but it got ridiculous, you know? And so, and then it became a 3-hour ordeal. So I'm like, well, like, I can't use this as a tutorial. So I'll have to one day just do a separate deal, all on my own, and happens. But anyhow, so there you go. We'll be, you know, if you guys pay attention to your IntuiTalks stuff, you'll be seeing, and just so you know, like their Lynn's and Rihanna's show is usually, I've asked them if they would do like at least bi-weekly and get 2 shows a month in, because they had moved to where they were just doing it every 3rd Saturday. And I'm like, right now you guys are the only show, so it would be a real waste of all that money and effort just to have 1 show a month. You know what I mean? And so, like, you know, we got to get something else going. So we got to get some other hosts, hopefully, on there and willing to do some things, and we'll have to just stay tuned. If you guys pay attention to your IntuiTalks stuff, then, you know, and then Jenny, I'm sure, will post something up whenever they have their first show. You know, Jenny's pretty good about doing that, and so they're going to have a couple of test shows, I think, in the near future, and then we'll see how it goes from there. So, like, it's like herding cats to try and train Rihanna and Linz. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's good, though. It's going to be fun to have it up and going. And, yeah, Jenny's great at all that, and you're wonderful at keeping everybody informed. And, yeah, I look forward to that. It'll be good.
Well, you know, I mean, and I finally said, you know, like on BTR, Kathy had asked me to, Kathy was more comfortable with just like someone else running the switchboard for Linz and Rihanna. And so for that, basically 2 years that Kathy was not well, like she came back for a little while there, but for mostly that 2 years, I was doing all the hosting for Linz and Rihanna's show. And, you know, when Kathy passed away, then I'm like, okay, you guys, I can't do this for the rest of my life. You know, you got to learn. So this was before we were getting kicked off of BTR and shut out of the account. So, you know, so I felt like, yeah, like they got to either be able to do it on their own or not. Like I can't keep doing that. You know, it's one thing to do it as a fill-in help thing, you know, but like this would be then for the rest of my life. I'm all like, you know.
Yeah.
You guys gotta learn how to do this for yourself, you know, and it's not rocket science. Once you get it, you got it, and that's good for there. And hopefully they'll get good enough that if we get new hosts or something, then they can go do the training. You know what I mean? And Jenny has some great, in case you guys don't know too, you know, like Jenny does have a YouTube account. If you just look up IntuiTalks, and she's got a bunch of tutorials, some of which are just for are for hosts, and others are for listeners too, you know. And so she's done a really good job of doing tutorial videos for the whole shebang. So that's good. So there. Now, what are we going to talk about? Like, should we talk about something?
Yeah.
Sure. Do a 1.5 hour reading for this person that's waiting for a reading.
Yeah. a really long one. You can catch up on laundry and all that. Yeah.
I can catch up on laundry. And so, yeah, I mean, if you have something to talk about, then we can talk for a while and then take that call. Don't, then we can just go ahead and take that call.
Oh, just getting ready for the new moon. Do you still do your abundance checks?
I do try. When is the new moon?
I believe isn't it tonight?
Right. The new moon. New moon.
Yeah, that's tonight.
Hungry all of a sudden. Jeez. Okay.
Been going by fast. So.
Fun. Now it's not. Now my this whole freaking computer in the garbage. Okay. April, May, June. May, June. June 4th. So what time though, guys? What time? New moon, June 5th. Oh, okay, UTC. And I think UTC is also UK time. I'm not sure though. What is UTC time? Okay, time of full moon for, okay, beautiful. Oh, that says, okay, is 08:32 p.m. Oh, 8:32 p.m. on June 4th. Right? Oh, that's what time it is right now. Hang on. I'm like, oh my God, it's 8:32 here right now. It's like, oh my God, what a trippy, how trippy is that?
That's funny.
6. Oh, 5:02. No, that's June 20th. Full moon. Christ's sakes. What a stupid site. That'll give me the freaking phases. I have a favorite site I would go to, and now I don't have this. Okay, let's see. These guys have their times in UTC also. Universal time. Needed universal. Can I click something and change it to my freaking, okay. Okay, there we go. So it'll be June 9:01 p.m. So that means in just about a half an hour. A little under a half an hour. The new moon starts. It's important to me because the way that I do the abundance check is it's like from the start of the full moon for the next 24-hour period is time frame that I have to get it done in. So don't want to be premature check writing. Don't cash the check before it's in your hand. Don't write the check before the moon is new. And so anyway.
When you feel right about it.
So at 09 in a half an hour, I will. Ouch. Pull out. There it is. It's all ready to go. I have my little kit,
Yeah.
So,
good.
I'm starting to run. Oh, I always use these credit card checks that those dummies would always send. I'm not getting them anymore, though, so my supply is starting to dwindle. You can handwrite a check also. No point in wasting a real check. And, so that's what I do is just use them credit card checks that they send me. And,
I just write them out and make them, so.
Yeah.
But, it's good to do. Definitely. Try to have fire, too.
I'm sure that you could find an image online, you know what I mean, of a check, and then just copy and paste it onto a document and then multiply it, you know what I mean, like, and fill the page up with maybe 8 checks or 6 checks or something, and then print the page and just cut out the checks.
Yeah, exactly. I just have always kind of hand wrote it and figure put the energy and intention into it as I do it, and just.
Well, I hand write it, but I don't like if I don't have to, and I have done it. But if I've done it on the yellow sticky note before, you know what I mean. But I like it to at least look like a real check. I think that helps me form my intent when it actually looks like a real check. How about welfare check? I can't even get a welfare check, Heath. If I could get a welfare check, I'd be eating fine, I mean, if you want to take your welfare check and destroy it, then go ahead. So for anyone unfamiliar with that, you would take a check, and then you don't put a date. Then you pay to the order of yourself, and then in the area where you would put a numerical dollar amount for the value of the check, you just put the words "paid in full." And then you in the area where you would write out the dollar amount, you write out "paid in full" again, and then just sign it the law of abundance, and that's how I do mine. And so, that's how I do it. And then somebody gave me this idea a long time back, which is to say, then at that point I would just take the check and shove it in an envelope, and on the inside of the envelope was written checks, and on the outside of the envelope was all my blank checks, and I just had a big binder clip there to hold that all together. And so you kind of and then I just shove it into the cubby hole here and forget about it until the next moon, and next new moon. Somebody told me, take the check from the top and fold it down towards yourself in half, because then they say that you're sort of like bringing the money towards yourself, kind of thing. So I started to do that as well. Previously, I never folded my checks, but so folding it, so it's like folding it so that it's not in half, it's like from the top down to the bottom. You bring the top down to the bottom, folding it in half that way, and you're bringing it towards you. Now you have so there. That's the deal. Now I'll get ready to write. Oh, so anyway, and I can't show you guys this because my camera problem all of a sudden. But I had gotten those adapters for my headset, and oh my God, so it finally came in the mail, and I'm like, so I opened the package and everything. I'm like, oh, bonus, I got two, and so that's good. And so anyway, then I'm realizing, oh crap, I got the wrong ones. I wish I could show you. I need to take two prongs and put it into, I need an adapter that has two female prongs that I could put the male plugs in, that comes out with one male prong that I could plug into my, and I got it the other way around. I got one female prong with two male prongs. I know. And so I got two that I cannot use, and so that's so stupid. And so back to the board for that too. I know it just sounds wrong. I knew you would have something to say about that, Heath. It's just a good thing Dragon's not here too, Maybe that is him though in the chat, on the phone. So anyway, the other thing you can do with a new moon, you guys, is the manifesting period, and so you can do any of those kinds of things. You don't have to write a check like that or get all fancy schmancy or anything like this, but you should be in the mindset of building new, making new, starting new things, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't start for 20 more minutes.
And everybody kind of has their own way of doing it, and it's good to do. And I definitely, think it's good, positive. Put that out there, put that energy into it, and do it whatever works for you. And everyone has different ways. And like you said, the folding, to the burning, to, all the different stuff, the candles. A lot of people really put a big ceremony into it and have fire and do it, and others just, enjoy it, go out and, and pray and celebrate it, honor it. And it's good to do, definitely. And I know that you...
I just noticed, the light on my webcam is on, and that's disturbing me.
I don't even see it. I'm in the chat.
Because it's not on.
Yeah.
There. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's it on then? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's it on?
Mm-hmm.
Why and where is it on?
Yeah.
Let me get my task manager up here and shut that down. Government is watching me.
Yeah.
I don't like the new task manager in Windows 10 either.
No?
No.
I don't have 10. So.
Crap. Don't get 10 if you don't have to. It's crap.
Nope, I don't want it.
Crap. Crap. I can't find my camera. If I was on my old task manager, it would just say what's running, and it would show me the webcam. I can't find it. Okay. Start up. No. I don't understand. I can't find it to shut it down. It's disturbing me. Oh my God. It's called Logitech. Oh. I'm gonna have to just unplug it. I'll just unplug the stupid thing. That's really stupid. Oops. And everything's in the back, which is not easy to get at. Webcam. Okay. It's unplugged. Mofos can't watch me now. And, maybe that'll fix my problem. Not. Still there, Kimber?
Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm sorry. I'm still here. I was listening to you.
Grunt every now and then.
Yeah. I seen a shiny thing and just my mind went for a minute. Sorry. But I was listening.
So there we go. The camera's there. Now what I'm going to do is when I do bring this person on to talk to you, I'm going to try to turn the camera on again, which will probably crash me. But you'll still be able to do your thing with caller. And and then what I'll try and do is see if I can roll back that driver setting and see if that's what's causing the problem. And so let's just go to that then, hey?
Sure.
Okay. So here's so our caller with the caller, go ahead and press 1 right now. Hello.
Hello. Krista. Windy. Wildflower Wind.
Okay, there you go. There you go, thank you. Okay, we're getting feedback, so somebody's on the hands-free or something.
Oh, I'm on my phone.
You're talking
it's
right
a cordless phone.
Oh, that might be it.
Sorry.
Hey, that's okay. It's not my problem because I'm going to probably crash and burn here in a second. So you guys go ahead.
Okay. Hi, Kimber. This is Sandy and Wildflower Wind in the chat room. I don't know if I'm in there right now, but usually I am.
Hi.
Hi. My question for you is I have a son, which I'm sure everybody knows by now, and I just want to know if you can see anything about his future. And if that's too vague, I can ask a better question, I guess.
No, that's okay. But if as I go along you have any questions, most certainly are free to ask them. And And,
Okay.
Just let me know. I see education. I know it's summer now, but I think working on some education here, especially come fall. I think you want to kind of see him get more involved in that, and he's kind of thinking laid back a little bit right now, kind of unsure as some of it as to what he wants to get into and what he wants to do. I think he's kind of wondering, he's thinking a lot about his future himself, and I know you kind of have been a lot, and you're definitely helping him in a lot of ways. I think he's just kind of, he's young, he's kind of unsure as to what all he wants to get into, what all he wants to do. Very smart, very wonderful personality, very sweet, loving heart, very kind. You've done so well with him. You show him a lot of love. He seems a little shy, a little quiet, but yet can be really outgoing at times too.
Okay.
It's just kind of a tough age right now. A lot of energy, a lot of mixed emotions, hormones going. It's that age, growing fast. They're always growing, changing so quickly, and that's a lot of it too. As they change, their minds change too. And one minute they want to kind of do one thing and they're leaning towards something, and then another minute they're leaning towards something else. And I think it's really good. You seem very supportive. You kind of let him do the things that he wants to, what he needs to, what he feels, and always try to push him in the right direction, but yet let him make his choices and his decisions. And I think you have a really good relationship, really open, and he just seems a little quiet, a little bit, shy, but he does know to come talk to you if he needs to.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, very shy and quiet. I can't get 2 words out.
Yeah, yep, I keep getting quiet. That's why I keep saying it. I just, but it's just kind of a phase too, and just something he goes through. He seems always kind of has been that way a little bit, but he's going to also sprout out and get more, more confident, more open. I think he has friends. He's more interested in the quality than the quantity, which is good. Yeah. So it might, it might seem like he has fewer, but he also has he picks more. He's just more picky. Which is good. He's choosy, and he makes good choices when it comes to that, because especially at his age and being young, it's very important who they choose to be around and who they learn from and who sets examples and who they hang around. And he's very bright. He's very smart. He's even intuitive. He feels, he has, feelings. And he's learning more and more to listen to them, and he does well with that and with his choices. And I think that's why he also is really more picky and choosy with, as I said, the quality than the quantity of friends, which is good. That's always way better, I know being a mom, it's you worry, and you're always wondering, but you're also very good about, you do back off, you do, just kind of let him do what he needs to and what he wants to. You teach him really well. You very, very supportive, very loving relationship and family.
This is making me feel really good, because when I'm here doing it, I feel really bad because I see a lot of the other stuff. I mean, I see the introversion, the afraid to do stuff, doesn't want to step out the door into the world, just would rather hide. And it's really hard
Yeah.
to get me to push him out there. And I don't want to push where he rebels, but yet I don't know how hard to push with him.
Well, go with what you're feeling, and, you encourage, and as you said, encourage, don't discourage, and you're good about knowing where that fine line is, because as you said, that's very important, and we don't want to discourage them and push them, but yet you want to motivate them and get them going, and sometimes they need that push. So, go with what you're feeling and what you trust, and watch his signals. He'll let you know. He'll look at his face, his expression. He's very expressionable. He's quiet, but you can read him. You'll be able to, just see. And also his attitude and how he's feeling. And I think a lot of it is, and I was just saying this to someone else about someone else earlier today, actually, for a reading. And now that is, sometimes they get comfortable in a cage, kind of not saying, but just for an example, being a certain way, like if the elephant's tied to a chair and they don't think they can move, they don't think, that they can just run at any moment, bolt, so they get used to just kind of being stuck a little bit, kind of being comfortable in a zone, in a place, and that's where I say too, like kind of a cage, and his wings are coming. They're there. He's just not quite ready yet.
I don't think he is either. I guess I need someone to confirm that, because everybody else his age is like, light years ahead of him. So.
Yep, and exactly. I know what you mean, and I know someone the same, that age, everything just is so very similar. Very bright, very smart, just really shy, just kind of quiet, just has kind of kept himself, and and I see him that way too. He has his friends more. He does have also like internet friends and some really good ones that help him. He's more kind of a stay-at-home right now, and does kind of need to be pushed, or kind of has to be something special to get out, and he's just kind of comfortable doing that. And he does need to get out and do this, but he's just not quite ready yet. He's getting there, and you'll know when the time comes, and it's little by little going and doing certain things, going to just a small function where there's a few people. But the thing, and with this other that I know, it's how they pick up too, and the energy of, certain situations and certain places, and so that kind of discourages them and encourages them as to where they are, because they feel it and they pick that up. Now, if try to get him out to some places that he's really comfortable with, that there's really good people with good energy and a good positive place and a positive experience. Little by little, as he does a few of these things, he's going to get more interested and more like, oh, wow, I came out, I peeked my head out, I got out the door, now I took out to the mailbox, and now I got in the car and went, little by little, but it's going to be soon, but just not quite ready yet. So watch, as you said, for him to be encouraged and not discouraged. You're really good at it. I know you worry, you think, your mind races at times. Sometimes it's hard for you to sleep, and so that can tend to be hard on you. That's
yeah. I just don't want him to be the kid who lives in my basement his whole life. You hear about that. No,
exactly, and he won't. He's not going to be, and I know what you mean, and in fact, I know someone who's even said that about himself, and he's that way too, and it's just they're shy, but as they go out and they get the comfortable experience, sometimes it can be something that they went through in school, or one or two bad experiences, even just one, that can put that in their mindset and give them that kind of fear, that anxiety, that I don't want to go there. I don't.
Yeah, he can feel everything that's going on. So
yeah, he
can't deal with too much coming in at a time. So
I do feel he's an empath. He feels, he picks up things. And that's another thing too, is that can be overwhelming, especially for someone that doesn't know much about it or doesn't understand it or has no idea what it is or what they are. And I do feel that is some of it too, because as he gets out and he's around people, when it's, as I said, a good place, a good energy, because you can go some places and it's really positive and you pick up all that good stuff, but then you can go other places and it's mixed and can be overwhelming, like, a mall or somewhere where there's just a bunch of people. And then there can be places out in nature, a park, somewhere he likes to go or where he's went since he's been young, and, things like that he's really comfortable and can relate to. It may be, down by the river or a lake or, just a park that he really enjoys, somewhere peaceful, somewhere quiet with less people, and then kind of work the way up. A good thing, too, is to get in the car and say, well, let's go for a drive. Where do you feel like going? You tell me, give me, tell me turn here, go there, and just kind of get out for an exercise of getting out in public and getting out there. And I do feel
it's even hard for him to do that, to get in the car and go somewhere. So
yeah. So if you make it a fun exercise and say, well, let's see where we end up, and let's just drive for a little bit and see where we end up. And that's also good for developing, too, your feelings, your intuition, where you feel you need to be. And also it can bring you to some places, too, where you need to go, someplace that's calling you. And there might be somewhere for him. And, if he likes to go fishing or he was into the sports or, find certain things that he really enjoys to get him out, something special, something to kind of draw him out there like bait, hey, let's go do this. And after he does a few times, he has
one activity with other kids that he enjoys. So I'm happy about that. It's once a week that he goes to the library and joins a group of kids, and they play these character card game type. So he is
perfect.
He's comfortable there, Yeah. So at least he has a little socializing. But in the future, you see him growing and getting better and coming out a little bit more.
Yes, and I see these things with him, and it's little by little and doing those things, and as he does, he's going to get more comfortable with it. And I do see him kind of, branching out there. He's also contemplating the education, where he wants to go, what he eventually wants to look into for career-wise. I do see he's going to make good choices and the right choices. He's just kind of confused and unsure, and it's coming. He's getting more and more ready. I do see soon. This summer he's going to start to get out a little bit more. By fall, and especially towards the end of the year, he's going to get more into a group of friends that he wants to get out, and that they kind of coax him into doing stuff too, and say, hey, let's go do this. And I do see it getting better. You're very encouraging with him. You help him through a lot. He does feel comfortable talking to you, but it's good to remind him. I see you guys sitting having talks. You maybe taking him out to lunch, and sitting at the table talking and saying, hey, anything on your mind, and just kind of open that door and getting them going. And
it's really hard.
It is. but I see you doing it, and I see you doing really well with it. And, it's places that he's comfortable in, and, like I said, taking him out to lunch or even just sitting, having at a picnic table outside and getting some air and just kind of opening that door, starting the conversation. And as you do it, you're going to get more and more comfortable with it, and I see it becoming more freely, more flowing. And
we kind of have a routine. Every weekend we'll go to lunch and then to Target and grocery shop. So it's kind of become pretty much every weekend, So at least I spend a little time with them,
Yeah, you do, and that's okay. Then because that's where I'm seeing the lunch and stuff, and because I see that. And I see that being a good positive place. It's and it's a good thing that you're doing, and with him. And I do feel that is a good time to sit and talk, and he enjoys that. It's good to spend those times together. And you're doing really good with that.
Good. All right.
All
right.
I
think we're boring everybody.
Yeah, I suppose. I do feel it's going to get much better, though, and by next year, I think he's almost going to start getting more interested in even some girls. He's just really, really shy. And, that'll be a good thing.
Really? All right.
Yeah, and it's, like I said, that will be slowly, too, but that's going to, kind of find...
Yeah. See, most kids go through that in middle school, and he's years behind. He's in high school now, so.
Well, the right girl is going to come along, and I'm seeing next year with that, and it's going to be one that is more open and kind of comes and hits up on him in a good way and gets him out there and gets him, kind of like a friend, too. And she's going to be outgoing and coax him because he is really shy, and that's what he needs. And it's going to be a good relationship and a good experience, and that's going to get him more interested in jumping in life. Because as you said, I do feel he kind of hides out and just kind of doesn't want to get involved in going too much, going anywhere, getting out there. But it is going to get better, and by next year, like I said, I see a girl. I see much more social activity. He's going to start getting more into making final choices more so as to what he wants to do for education after the high school and, career and all that, because there's so many different things to get into, and he's just kind of overwhelmed. He's extremely smart, very, very good. He's very wise. He seems like an old soul, he just has a lot, and he's always thinking, even though he's really quiet, sometimes the quiet ones are the biggest thinkers. And so he's always thinking, doing well, though. And so are you. So and don't worry so much, because you're doing great. And it does get more and more comfortable. Keep up the lunch dates, and that's so good, so fun to do. And taking them out, and definitely find some good fun time with you and him. That it's so very important. And you're very loving, caring mom, very open, very good with him. And you do know when to kind of give them that push, because sometimes, like a little bird, you got to kind of push them out of the nest a little bit, and other times you just got to kind of wait until they're ready. So you're doing wonderful. Don't worry so much. And get some sleep. You don't need to worry. Your mind races so much at night.
I really appreciate it. I've been struggling, and I'm sure next month I'll struggle again, but I appreciate all of this. It means a lot to me. So thank you very much.
Oh, and thank you for calling, and I love to help at any time. And you know where to find me. You're here very often, and I am too. So anytime I can help, I love to.
Thanks, Kimber. Thanks, Chris.
All righty, you take it easy. Thanks for calling. And,
okay.
So we got a couple of the boys in queue, but I don't know if they're just listening. So if any of you guys, and same with Amy, if any of you guys want a reading right now, unmute your damn self or press 1 on the phone or whatever. I don't know how you're even here. No, she just tossed the bones for you and give you a general reading. You got your bones handy there, Kimber?
Yeah. Yep. I can do whatever they need.
Count me in. Okay, we'll go get Dragon. This is David. Hey, David. How's it going?
Hey, going good. Still dry, so haven't floated yet.
There you go.
Hey.
Thank God.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for calling. Happy to have you. So, okay, no general question, just kind of go with what I get and do the bones. Do you want bones or aura or just kind of a whatever I get?
Yeah, the bones are good.
Okay, and
Bones are good.
yeah, bones are good. I'm good with the bones.
Dirty mind there, Chris.
It's Kimber's fault. Like, she said that for a reason, you know what I mean?
I know Chris says I'm a dirty girl.
I'm pure as the driven snow, of course, you know?
Yeah, sure. All right. To begin again. To new beginnings. You have a lot coming up for you soon. Very, very busy summer. Career seems to be going well, and some advancement.
That would be welcome.
Yeah. Growth is coming up. Dreams and visions. Pay attention to dreams, guides, dreams, visions. Getting some messages. Especially the dreams. Take and keep a notebook by your bed and a pen and try to write them down, because you're getting messages, and sometimes it's, if you don't write it down right away, you can kind of forget. And you're going to get messages, and even if it doesn't seem like it quite makes sense to you just yet, it will down the line. Because I see you get a lot of messages in your dreams. The element of earth, I don't know if it's your element, but it seems you connect really well with the earth element, growth, life, energy. It's very energizing for you. That one comes up really, really strong, so it's good to work with it. You can even have plants in your house, a lot of earth. Put some even by your bed. It's good. Stones, too, are really good. I don't know if you work with stones, but I get work with stones. So if you don't, it's something to look into and do, because I think you have a good connection with them. And
What happened?
Are you still there, Kimber?
oh,
Yeah, there you are. I think you're breaking up a bit, or we're having server issues.
oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, there you are.
Yep, I see.
Just don't do it again. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I'm a bad girl. I see stone energy that comes up working with stones and crystals. So I feel you almost do already, and that you have some, but you're going to get more of a collection of them. You do connect with them, and you're going to get almost called by some. So definitely do that.
Are you saying that as a career thing, or is it just something that I do?
It's something that you do, but also I do get some kind of career connection. I don't know if it's maybe some type of side self-employment, something you get into more and more and maybe change into from what you're doing now. I do feel it's going to expand for you. You're going to do well with it. So I do get some kind of career-wise. It's going to help. It's going to be something not only spiritually, but something that you're going to do work-wise and career. I'm getting like learning. You're going to maybe get books, get more educated on it. It just seems something that you're really good with, and that you could do as some type of self-employment, even if it's side work, and then you get more and more into it. Do you do readings?
I hesitate to say yes because then Chris will want me to do them on here.
Okay. Because I do feel, I see you doing readings. I feel you're intuitive and empathic, and you're an empath. You work with energy. You know, even if I feel you almost do it more for others as well, but also for yourself. You feel a little uncomfortable with doing it, as you said, like a show or more publicly or whatever. But I think you do really well, and you should, and that I do see that coming. I feel you're a little apprehensive to do that, but open up to it. Think about it, you know. Keep open to that. It's a door opening. I see doors. A door opening and you stepping through, a little hesitant right now, but do it. You work your way into it. It is coming. It's just feel more comfortable, have more confidence in yourself. You are very good. And it's in you. You have a lot of the knowledge. You have the ability. You just don't let go of the doubt. I see let go of the doubt, let go of the fear, and just do it. Get into it, and, you know, it's something that you're really going to enjoy. You do already, but you're going to feel really good about it. Healing, too. I see the healing work with the stones and crystals, and the more you get into it, I see you collecting them, finding them. I have since I've been little. I'm very drawn to them, and I do believe you are and have been as well. So that is something very, very strong for you. Frog. I also get frog. I don't know. Frog comes up for you, and that's cleansing.
To me, frogs have always been a symbol of transformation.
Yes, transformation, cleansing. I even see a physical frog too. I don't know if when you were younger, you played with them too, but it seems like a animal totem for you as well. So I think frog is very important for you, and that has a very good one. So watch for them, because as you see them too, or even images of them, it a lot of times means there's a message or kind of a reminder for you. So I do see the frog coming out for you very strong too, so that I do believe is a totem for you, and even when you were younger too. So that one's been around, because one comes through very good for you. The direction, the north, knowledge, wisdom. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge in you. Also general all around. You seem like handyman. You know, you seem very, you know, you're good with your hands. You're very carpentry, to fixing things, to you just seem to really like to do a lot of physically kind of working with your hands. You seem very energetic. You have a lot of energy.
Not recently.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said not recently.
Not recently? No, because that's something I feel you're kind of drained right now, and that's where the earth is going to help to connect with it. If you go and you take your shoes off and you put your feet in there, in Mother Earth, you put your hands, just get in that. It's very important to connect. She'll give you energy. She'll help to recharge you. It's very good, powerful element for you. I do feel that you are very energetic normally, but you're just right now, you're kind of drained from not only physically, but I think a lot of mental activity. You're kind of thinking a lot of things. Your mind races. I get overthinking comes up, and yeah, okay, because that comes up, and I'm guilty of that. Most people are. We all do it at one point or another, and sometimes very often. But overthinking, and that wears you down. That takes a lot, and the worrying. I see you doing that often, and a lot of times we can have like 99 problems, and 98 of them don't even happen, 97, but we're so focused on the what ifs or this could or that, and then sometimes we'll overthink things, and really it's a small thing, and pretty soon it gets bigger and bigger, and I see it. That's just something to kind of find ways to let your mind rest. I see peace. I see just, some quiet. You need to just kind of find things to kind of shut the mind off for a while and focus on something that's a good and a positive thing, and not worry and not be constantly, thinking about all this stuff. I think that will help you to give you back some of that energy, to get you more, more feeling better, because I do feel that's kind of like sucking the life force out of you at times, because you just, and that can happen. But so I see meditation, music, and nature. Those are some things that are going to really help. Definitely, I see a lot of change coming up, some advancement in career. It's finances, too. It's showing finances improving, especially come fall and November, December. New Year is going to bring a lot of change, a lot of growth, a lot of interesting things happening in your life.
Good interesting or bad interesting?
What was that?
I said good interesting or bad interesting?
Good interesting. Good interesting.
Okay.
Yeah. No, a lot of good, interesting, fun things. Some good positive things. So no, definitely for the positive. For your highest and best good. I see you working very hard on your spiritual work, your education. You're always learning. You like to learn. Sometimes you get tired, though. And you're like, oh, I just don't really feel like it. But you have a lot of it already in you. You just, little things will spark to bring out. And then the dream work, I do see a lot of that. So listen to the messages. I definitely see you getting some very, very important ones about moving through life. Spirit, I do see there's a male around you. He's an older, tall. He has kind of dark, with like gray, some gray in it on the sides. Wearing a brown hat. It looks like a fishing hat. It feels like a relative. Almost uncle, maybe.
Okay.
Seems, yeah, it feels almost. And I don't know. I don't pick up names too often, but I'm getting Frank. Something with an F, maybe. And I don't know if he's talking about someone else, or if he means that's his name. I do believe it's like a relative uncle. Showing me it's like a fishing hat, maybe someone that either fished a lot or that you went fishing with. There's a yellow lab dog with him, and yeah, he definitely feels like he's an uncle. It feels more your father's side. And pointing to his head, it feels almost like it was something with his head that he passed from. He comes around. He does watch over. You have a lot of spirit around you, and I think that you feel them, and it's good to acknowledge them when you do. I think you're kind of quiet when they're around, but you feel them. And yeah, because I feel that acknowledge and communicate, and they're going to give you more signs. Because you do feel it, and you have many around you. And they try to give you signs, they try to tell you things, try to communicate with you, and I think some may even be in dreams. So pay attention to that. Acknowledge them when you feel it, because you do. And you'll start to get more and more comfortable with it. And ask, ask for signs, ask for them to be around. And if you start to see certain things, I see dimes and feathers.
Feathers make sense.
Yeah, I get feathers. So definitely watch for feathers. Some are ones that are signs for you. Also, moving things. Seems like you have one that's a bit mischievous a little bit and kind of moves things, like keys and certain things on you a little bit to kind of get your attention. They can sometimes do that, and I think they really want you to communicate with them more, acknowledge you do have those abilities, and bring it out, embrace it, enjoy it. I know you already know that you have it and you feel it, and you just need to work with it more and develop it more and have the confidence, because it's there. And they're there, and they want to, and when they know that you want to, you'll get all the more messages. They'll come around more. Acknowledge, thank them, and pay attention. Goosebumps, chills. I feel kind of like you get different signs. Once in a while, you'll feel like a little bit of cold around you, or like a little, even inside, you'll just like kind of a little air going by, or, you'll feel like someone touching you just a little bit, or even your hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I feel that, and you know it, and you think about it, and that is what it is. So they're around, they're acknowledging, that, and definitely work with that, because I do see the more you do, the more excited and more happy, and purpose comes up, I get, it's soul purpose. It's spiritual path. It's just something that is going to help you grow and that you're growing into, and it, just accept it, work with it, and understanding. I see you understanding so much, learning so much. And then think about it, really. This is a great place to come and do a show. And I'd even do one with you sometime, or whatever, if it would make you more comfortable, or, think about it. And Chris was amazing, and the whole, everyone here, and it's a great place to start out, practice, learn, work with it, enjoy it. It's great to do, and I think you're going to get comfortable with it, and I do see you doing really, really well with it. And definitely pay attention to those signs. I think you even hear at times. Because sometimes we can see and feel, but I think you hear as well. It can be faint, and yeah.
Yeah, I hear them talking sometimes, and I hear names whispered and
yes,
voices that aren't there.
And it's them. And they're trying to, and they'll give you what you can accept and are ready for, and you're getting more and more ready to, I get the door opening, and a lot of big growth and a lot of confidence, and because I know they talk to you. I know you get the whispers. I know that they, as I said, tug on your hair, touch your shoulder. I just see it all. I feel it, and I feel you and picking it up, and I feel your energy, and when you do, you get excited about it. You're happy, but yet you're kind of not sure and unsure a little bit, and still learning, and still you're comfortable with it, but then sometimes don't know how to respond, or not sure, or just kind of don't respond, but go ahead, in whatever way you're comfortable with, and whatever way you're ready for. And as I said, they give us what we're ready for too at the time, and it can start out slower, and the more you acknowledge them, and the more you are open to it, and the more you listen and even thank them, and they know, then they will be around even more, and you'll open it up, you'll get that door, and you'll get so much more. And also there's others that they see that aren't ready for it, and so they'll kind of, stay back a little bit and shut down for a while, or if some just don't want it. But I do feel you do want it, and I feel that you already have it, you're learning to work with it, and you're doing great. Feel comfortable about it. And this is a perfect place to, ask me, ask Chris. There's so many people here that are so willing and helpful and loving, and, like to share their wisdom and knowledge and experience and help you to grow and help you to, as you are ready. And I do feel you're ready. I feel this, I see as you doing a show when you're ready, and eventually here, and I see you doing one here. And so keep that in mind. Keep open to it. I know you can be a little bit nervous, but I do see it happening. So I see a lot of the good. And, just your finances.
Lost.
What was that?
You'd cut out for a second there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I see improvement in finances. It's good now, but I see a lot of improvement coming too with that. Juggling. I get just like so many balls in the air right now, that you're just like juggling things,
Definitely that.
Okay, because, I'm getting the picture of juggling the balls, and it's like, too many in the air right now, and trying to, I know Chris was laughing. But, I just, I picture it.
Serious times.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I know. Sometimes I can sound dirty, but it's what I see and what's showing up, and not, and it's like a juggler.
I think that's not good.
Yeah. So no, it's all good.
Not a good omen.
No, it's all good. I just see, it's just like a lot and so much, and so, kind of. I see it going well though, and it's going to get to be less, and it just seems like challenge, I get, challenge, and it just seems like very busy, and so it will be more easier to handle, because I guess that's kind of also showing me that, it's just hard to handle right now. I feel overwhelmed, feel like too much, too many, too much on the plate. And I do see that getting better. And you do work it out. You're very good with all that. And also with figuring out what needs to be addressed at the time. But that's where some of that overthinking and all the thinking is because you're just so busy, and your mind's busy as well, and it just seems overwhelming at times. So just kind of let your mind rest, let it calm down, let it just kind of maybe make a list, because I just see you making lists of.
Well, that's not me.
No, but I see that would help you. So
yeah, it probably would.
Yeah, so I see that would help you, and to make a list, and that once you do, and not me neither. I don't like writing a bunch of stuff, so I know what you mean. But at times, it's a kind of therapeutic to do it, and it makes it more understanding and more not so overwhelming, because then you can put like, okay, this has to be done. This can wait. This, I'm not sure what to do, or I can't do this at the time. But it makes it more organized, so then your thoughts can be a little more organized too, and you can address what you can change, do, or need to at the time, and then not let them other 10 things that you can't right now be in your worries and in your head, So it kind of helps to divide it up a little bit. So I know you don't right now, but it's something that I think would help you in those ways. And then there won't be so many balls in the air. There'll be less. The ones that you need to address now, and the other ones are sitting waiting. So I just think that would be very helpful. But also, whatever way is good for you to organize it and make it just a little more easier, less overwhelming, and more, easier to handle, easier to do. So I do see you doing that. So at least give it a try. I do feel that would be very helpful. Very busy with even errands and appointments next few weeks, especially get learning, communications, and play and recreation is very good and important to get into. I do see that's needed, not getting enough of that. So right. I do see that, is very appealing to you, but yet you keep putting it off, procrastinating, and so I do see play and recreation is needed, wanted, and it will happen. But I do see you having to make it kind of, schedule it in, make it a point. Don't keep putting it off till, there's always Friday, there's always next week, there's always, when the right time comes. Well, if we keep waiting for the right time, it'll never come. You got to make it the right time. You got to get out there and do it. And so I do see that coming for you, and you getting more of that in, and that's going to help. And that also is going to help to settle your mind, and help you to think about what you need to at the time. You're just a thinker. You're very smart, and your mind's just always going. and that's where I say I feel the drain, but you do also have a lot of energy, and you're going to start getting a lot of that back as you do a lot of those things. Kind of sitting on the fence, and you're going to just kind of pick a side and start moving. You're going to open that door, and I do see a lot of the spiritual work with that and education. And then it's going to just kind of all circle together, too, so somehow it fits in with career eventually, and definitely, like I said, keep open to that, and getting help with always. It's good to ask. It's always good to have people that will help you, and that's definitely here. I also see you connecting with others as well. A lot of networking, both work-wise and also spiritual. Almost some kind of group or some kind of center. It looks almost like one that has education, but also has like maybe classes, has meetings, some kind of spiritual center.
Yeah, there's a group that does free classes on Facebook for spiritual stuff that I'm a part of.
Great. Yes. Wonderful. That's very good for you, very helpful, very growing, helps with your growth, your confidence with getting out there. A good group, good people. I definitely see that you do very well with that. That's something important for you. It's a good thing. Also others coming up too. I see you kind of expanding, and classes, definitely some books. It seems almost like you're not a writer, also you don't like to read a lot, but I do see you getting some books and learning crystal stones, healing work, maybe even online books. You can, get them that way, audio books. Because it seems like you used to be a big reader, but you kind of aren't so much anymore.
Yeah, that's
but
amazing
you like
that
to
you picked
read.
that up. Yeah, I like to read. It's such a tedious thing with my schedule right now to read for education.
Yeah, yep. And so when you do read, it's good quality reads. And you almost have to force to make time for it because, you are overwhelmed. But, yeah, definitely, that's good. Do you have any questions? Anything else?
Well, you mentioned the frog totem thing. Other than that, did you pick up any other animals?
Yeah,
crickets.
Brown bear, sweetness of truth, bear, courage, strength, strong-willed, deer, picked up deer, power, gentleness, speed, stamina, stealth. Deer, I think, have been around you for even since you were younger. I think you've even felt drawn to deer, and that's because they're a good power animal for you. I think they're good to connect with. So yeah, try to get out in the woods. Try to be around them. Also watch for images of them. Butterfly, that one comes up. Beautiful butterfly. Wings. Transformation too with that as well. Air, element of air, and red hawk, observant, messenger.
Red hawk is interesting because I found a red hawk feather in my yard not too long ago.
Perfect. Yes, that was from, yes. See, that's very good. Keep that in a special place.
Very good.
That's a very good gift. That's a gift from them. Feathers are gifts, and that definitely was one meant for you. That's for you. Watch for them to be around. They are around you. That is another one that's a very good one for you, very strong. And see, that feather was meant for you. And so pay attention when they're around. They bring you messages, even come to you in dreams. So yeah, and as I said, that too, they're very observant. Yeah, I definitely feel wings, transformation. I feel so much growth, a lot of things this year and next year. And even the next, I see 2 to 3 years out, very many changes, much positive. And when I said interesting, it's very good, interesting. Very, very good.
That's it. Stop.
Yep, okay, sorry. Well, you know where to find me, so anything I can help.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, Kimber.
Yes, and thank you. And
Thanks for calling.
Here.
It's awesome. Thanks. Hang tight, and the only reason I rushed is because we got another one here. So unmute your damn self, mystery person.
Sorry. I just got so much for him, though.
There he is. Hey, Dan.
Hey.
Hi, Dan. Hey, Dan.
My mic working okay? I'm doing all right.
Yeah, mic's working.
Awesome.
Good.
Wonderful.
How's your wife?
She's doing all right. We got her blood work done, and below the low end on her iron and a couple of the thyroid. She was below the low end on that too. So
good.
Getting that taken care of.
Good.
Pushed the oncologist up the CT. She just looked at me with this look. Yeah.
You're doing all the right things. So wonderful. You take such good care of her. You love her so much, and she's so sweet. And perfect. I love that you're doing that, because I do feel thyroid, big issue. Definitely that's getting addressed. The cares, the iron, and the iron's also going to help. Very, very healing. It's also going to give her energy. So great. I definitely felt that before, and I think that's going to really, really help. It also, I do see the other care, the other doctor. Very good choices. You're a very good advocate of her care and of her medical quality of care. So good for you. Definitely. You do such a wonderful job. So that is just awesome. That's so great.
Thank you.
Do you have a question for today, or do you want to have her just throw the bones, or?
How about just throw the bones?
Sure. Definitely. One second.
Please stand by.
Yeah. Okay. And then as I go to, if you have any questions, too, you can always stop me and ask. Oh, adventure.
So I will win the lotto?
Yeah.
That would be
adventure.
Nice.
Yes, adventure's good. I see some sea water. It looks almost like sea, ocean, water. That very healing. Good to be around. The adventure, some kind of. I know it's hard to take any kind of vacation right now, but eventually I do see that coming up. It's still a little ways off, but I do see some kind of adventure. But I do see, and that's going to be a bigger one, but there are some smaller ones in between. Romance, much romance, love, very wonderful relationship, strength.
My wife isn't going to find out, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, you're funny.
She's shaking her head over here. She can see what you guys are saying, though.
Yeah, that's good. Oh, funny. No, definitely a lot of special romance, special attention. You're very, very sweet, very loving, very good with her. I see breakfast in bed, flowers, just very, very caring. So yeah, definitely romance, just romance and loving relationship comes up. Can't wait for the adventure. You guys very much need that. So I do see that coming, and that's going to be good. It's still a little ways, but it will happen. And I get water. I don't know, maybe a cruise, some kind of fun adventure though, and has to do with water, ocean, sea, something like that. Very healing, very great place to visit, very wonderful, very inspiring. So that is something to look forward to. For you, Raven is one that shows here, and that's Keeper of Sacred Law. Raven is a very mystical, very magical, very creative, very good, wonderful, intelligent, wisdom, smart, knowledge, spiritual. So watch for Raven. To not only bring you messages, but also to be to bring you strength, to bring you a lot of the qualities. You have a very good connection with them. Very, very wise. Raven's very good. Owl is another one that comes at night. Very good. They're the nighttime connection to the spirit world. Senses, intuition. You have very strong sense of how you. I get almost like clairvoyant with you. Do you work with any of your abilities? Because I get that you see, hear, and feel things.
I used to, but I didn't quite understand a lot of stuff I was getting. Kind of learned to shut off.
Yeah, I think you have it. You just need some guidance. Because I do get that you get those things, but because you don't quite understand it, you haven't had people or the education to, and once you start to understand and once you start to learn about it, it starts to grow and you start to develop it more. But I do see that with you, and I feel that. So that's something that to look into. Because I get clairvoyant with you. You, especially the feeling, you pick up so much, you feel so much, you feel it physically, mentally, emotionally, very, very feeling. In your breathing, in your gut, the gut sensation, that tells you a lot. Also your heart, you'll feel excitement, you'll feel the pain, depending on what it is, you'll feel that, you'll feel the racing, you'll feel the different things, and I think you kind of question, and what is that, and that's just because you feel so much. And as you start to understand the stuff, you're going to be able to control it a little bit better, and you're going to be able to understand what it means, because I think sometimes you pick up others and others' energy, and it can get a little confusing as to, is it yours or is it theirs? And sometimes it can be overwhelming, and it can be many at a time. And I get definitely more understanding. That's something that I think you're going to start to get more, start to learn more, start to, definitely understand a little more. But I do think that you do have that ability, and you do start to get working with that and much stronger in there. So that is something definitely, and watch for those signs. Like I said, I think you feel a lot of it in your stomach, even nausea at times if it's something more negative, or just in your stomach, that pit of the stomach. Once in a while in your throat, but I think it's more your heart and your stomach are your two big ones that you really feel, and that you get the signs from. So pay attention to that. And then learning, I do feel that it's good. You can go from everything to YouTube videos to books to different, many of us around here, ask questions, very willing to help. You'll connect with certain ones that you'll really learn more from. That's just kind of how it is. You get drawn to certain people more than others, but you learn from many. But there's going to be 3, 4, and more, but like I get 3, 4 in the next few months, the next year, that are going to be more ones that you focus the most on, ones that you learn a lot from. But as I said, we have many teachers. We're always learning, but I do think that's going to help you. And the understanding, the more you understand, the more you know, the more wisdom and experience and knowledge that others share with you, you learn and get more comfortable. You'll feel much better about it all and working with it. And then it won't be so overwhelming so much, because you'll understand what you're feeling. And as I said, sometimes it's the more you start to learn and work with it, then you can control it more, and you can understand it more, and you can pick out what's yours and what's others. So I think, and then you'll be able to also read and know if it's something negative, to just walk away, to not put yourself in certain environments that can be that, because that can be very draining. It can be very hard. And so I definitely see that. Professional projects, I get professional projects.
I need a different job.
Yeah, it could be, because I get professional projects begin to move forward. I see present opportunities, financial levels, both improving. So yeah, maybe it could be either an advancement or a different job altogether.
Probably a different job.
Yeah, it does feel like change. It does feel change. It feels definitely more different job and opportunities. Opportunities is showing, and good opportunities. So yeah, I think that push for that, look for that, watch for that it is going to be something different, something that you're going to enjoy much better, something more fitting. More that you're interested in doing. I think right now you're kind of settling, and you're just, you're doing what you got to do for now, but that you have so much more ahead of you, and so much more that you want to do and are looking for, and it is going to happen. It does fall into place. It's, it's coming up. So along with that, the finances, all of it's going to improve. I see you pushing yourself, challenging. It seems like it seems like almost something that you got to kind of challenge yourself, push yourself into, but you are doing that and you're ready. You're getting there to the point where, you know, so good for you. I think it's wonderful, and it's going to be a very positive thing. And yeah, you do have the opportunities coming, and it just seems like it's falling into place. And I almost get like by fall and winter, I just see you going elsewhere for work. So yeah, it does seem like it's going to be a very good, positive, wonderful change. Means a lot better future, much more happiness in what you're doing. As I said, I feel that you're settling right now, and it's something that you're just getting by, but this is going to be much more of a challenge and a much better thing for you. So definitely and strong for you. You'll feel more secure, more financially, even just, the changing is there. Personal plans, travel. I see working on planning this. Planning some time with you and her. So you and your wife, just some really wonderful time together. So, and I see you planning that out, spending a lot of time making it something very special. And I just see you both around just really happy, she's very joyful, smiling, and so I see a lot of putting into the planning is going to be part of the fun, and part of the adventure is the planning part too, it's going to be very, very good to do together, very special. So that special trip is coming up. And I think it's going to be kind of to also celebrate all the changes, all the wonderful, good, and positive things. So that definitely is very good. But I can see you both around, and just a great smile on her face, and very excited. And like I said, the planning is going to be a lot of fun, and so that's going to be very important. I get communicating with friends and networking. That's all going to be figuring strong for you, help you with the job. You have the power to make the things happen, and you know this, and you're just kind of waiting for the things to happen on your terms. I get your terms, so I think it's going to be something that you kind of set out, and when this job is this opportunity, you're going to be able to set some of your terms as to what you want and how you want it. They're going to really see your value. You have a lot of knowledge and a very good worker, and they're going to actually see that and appreciate that, because not all jobs do. And, for all of us. But I do really see them really seeing that in you and your skills, and you're just zest. You're just, you're for work and for you're a team player, a good positive person to work around. People enjoy working with you, and just your spirit and how you are. So that all helps so much. But I see setting your terms. So for some reason in contract or some benefits that you're looking for, or something, maybe medical, money, a certain amount that you're looking for, I see you being able to set your terms. So that is in your favor and comes up for your interests. So that's really good and positive. overall, I see a house. I don't know. Are you doing like some kind of construction project or something that you're going to want to have?
No, a lot on my to-do list. Let me tell you, we do have somebody coming out to tell us about the rebate for our heating, because we have an old electric furnace that's heating and cooling. Hopefully, the heater draws power to us. So hopefully, that's the first one on the list. And so it's like 90 today. But there's all kinds of stuff. I mean, there's new garage door. Yeah, never ending.
Yeah, because I see a lot of different carpenter projects and different things, and you kind of tackling things here and there. And that first one will be addressed and will be fixed. And yeah, that does, like you said, is first and foremost. And I do see that going well. And that will be taken care of. But yeah, I see little construction projects and take them slowly, do what is needed most, but I just see that, and that's kind of an ongoing thing. So yeah, that does make sense, because I just see it ongoing for some time, but you're doing what you can and what you need to and what you can, put into it at the time. So that's good, and I just see that being good and positive and increasing your house value, but also just how you want it and how it needs to and wants to be around there. So I just see that. I know it can be hard and a lot of work, but I see it going well, and that you're going to be happy with the results as you go along. And yeah, you're doing well at picking out what needs to be done first. And I do see it be ongoing and for a while, but you're going to do what needs to be addressed. So yeah, I do see a lot of house projects, and it will go well. And I see finances. That's where the finances too, and with the new job and all that, you'll be able to do more. I get more than what you were hoping for. And like I said, next year I get even almost like 2 to 3 years out of little projects here and there, but it does all add up, and it will all work out and be well. And you don't have to rush it. So it will come, but I do see it going well. You have a nice place, a good home, very good environment. Happy home. Happy home comes up. So that's good.
You're not picking on my neighbors, that's for sure.
Well, is that not the neighbors? Yeah, well, I know. If we could only pick our neighbors, right? Yeah, because I see the home and the environment's good. Yeah, sometimes the neighbors, but I feel almost like you avoid them when you can.
I just stay away from that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just good.
Yeah. Well, it just seems more like a social, hi, how you doing? And quick, not for the house.
Not even that. I just ignore them.
So ignore them. Okay, so I was right. Okay, ignore them. And, I do feel that's probably a wise choice.
Yeah.
That's good, because, sometimes it's just best to not be sociable in those ways with certain ones. And you see there, you'll pick up that energy. You'll feel that. And if you feel that connection and you feel it that way, keep it that way. Trust your gut. Trust your instinct, because, some you're just meant to not really hang with. And you're feeling it for a reason. So definitely, that. But like I said, still the home is good, and your environment, and that's a lot of you and your wonderful wife creating that, and your energy and what a happy home is, not so much about the physical place. It's what you make it, and it can be wherever you are at. as long as you're happy. And I get that with you guys, wherever you're at, as long as you're together. I just really feel that very strong, and that, you make it a happy home because, it's a loving home. And yeah, don't worry about the neighbors. just keep going, keep doing what you're doing. Eventually, I do see that it's something you guys have either talked about or thought about, moving, finding somewhere else. Still a ways out, but I do see you guys kind of talking about that and that being a possibility down the line. And a much more private place and a much better place, and that just almost feels like 4 years, 3 years, 4 years. After, it seems like you guys are going to fix this place up, get it set up, turn around, put a lot of sweat equity into it, and turn around and make some money off of it. And you're going to take that and go get something else. So I do see some changes coming up, but that's still a little bit off. But I do see all that sweat equity, all that hard work is going to pay off, because you'll do well when it comes time for that.
Right on.
Yeah, so I think definitely it almost feels like maybe. Have you guys ever talked about moving by an ocean or by water, a lake maybe, or water, an ocean?
Well, right now we live near the canal, and when the tide's high and the tide's out, it's pretty much mud flats. So right now the tide's in.
Okay, yeah, because I see water. Okay, because
and there
water
down the road sale that she was liking, because it was like right on the water. There's no way we could afford it. No way. Sorry. Yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well,
from 2 incomes to 1 income, it just really puts a damper on your plans.
Yeah, well, that can be hard, but there's other possibilities down the line. But I just kind of pick up that you guys talked about it or thought about it, or water around a home or by a home, and just water. And, there's other places, but I do know that, when it comes to lakes and rivers, and you do tend to pay quite a bit of money to be off of them. But
we live in Western Washington, and there's water, there's lakes, saltwater, Puget Sound. So, that'd be
very beautiful.
Very house down the street.
Well, when the West Coast falls into the ocean, I'm going to be having oceanfront property, so I don't know.
Hey, with global warming, though, I end up with waterfront home, because we're just up on the hill, houses and a street between us and the shoreline there. So, another 10 feet, I could fish from my.
So maybe you don't have to move. Let's just let Mother Nature do it for us, and then we can sell. And then we sell for the huge profit, and then we go inland. Inland.
It would take a meth lab down there too. Oh. Yeah.
So listen, you guys, I just want to say I don't mind keeping and continuing and this and that, but Dorothy's show is on now, and I don't have any of my usual suspects here. That it sounds like, I don't know if in overtime it'll just be me going, Donald's here, but he can't get his camera up and running. Now it's a big conspiracy that Chris must have blocked his camera because he showed disgusting things that fell out of his body. And I did not do that, though. I did not do that. So I don't mind, hanging out here or whatever. It's up to you guys. But Dorothy's show is on. She's doing a show on the Illuminati. And so I don't know what we're going to do, but I wanted to mention that. And the Illuminati in the EU sounds right down like it sounds just like Kimber's type of topic. Anything naughty. Anything naughty. And,
Yeah, I love that.
Donald thing. Late as I can't see it all. Visit B. I don't know.
Let's go visit her.
Let's go visit. Let's go
Maybe,
visit her.
Maybe you.
So I'll let you finish. I just wanted to butt in. So you'll go for 2 hours if someone doesn't butt in, and so if you have more for Dan, then keep giving it to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you can give it to him when you can see him when you're doing. You can look him in the eyes when you give it to him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
hey, Dan.
Oh, look at that! It's still quite nice there.
Beautiful. That's the water. Yay. Yep. That's it.
That'll share all the mud.
Yeah. Yep, because I kept seeing water. Thank you, because that. Now I know why. Very nice. Yeah, and good to see you. Do you have any questions, or you want me to just keep going with what I have, or because I know sometimes I ramble, but I do get a lot, and I try to just sort through.
I don't know. Just my wife keeps wanting me to ask about her health on every time Chris has a show. She sees me. Yeah, I'm
definitely.
Yeah. I have daylight. Seattle, Washington.
Yeah, wow.
Different other side of the country, man. We's behind you in time. It's light out, a little bit light out still here too, but it will be lighter. But I think we must have cloud cover, which makes it a little bit darker.
It's 9:12 or so. There you go.
Yeah, you're on the. Yeah, it's only 9. Yeah, there you go. It's 10 here.
Yeah, 11 here. So
and it's
it's
freaking midnight where Donald is. So.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, yep, he's an hour out of me, so
yeah. Time travel. Never mind if you go to Dorothy's show, it's tomorrow. It's like tomorrow, almost supper time tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. Hers is way off. I'm happy to anytime to help her, even aside from here. If you have any questions or anything like that, you can, message me or call me or anything. Always willing to help, and even if she wants to, if she gets comfortable with that eventually, always willing to do that. So, and you know where to find me, and also my Facebook page too, and you can always private message me or anything, and give you my number to whatever. Always be willing to help you and her. I see definitely with some of the changes that she's doing with the iron, the thyroid, the health foods, because food is medicine, the herbs, the spices, I see all of it's going to really, really start to help her a lot. I get lots of water, teas, fluids is going to help a lot. But even with the thyroid and all that, it's going to help her hormones. She's going to start to feel better, start to heal better, because when everything's working properly, then we heal and we feel better. I see a lot of holistic health options, and you doing a lot of, as I said, you're a very good health advocate for her and getting her the proper specialists in care and the quality of care. And I see a lot of that getting better, improving, a new doctor being brought in, the medications that you have got her on. Iron is a big one and a very good one and a very healing, and will work with some of the other stuff that she's taking to get better. It's also going to give her the energy and keep her blood going what it needs. So that's very good. And thyroid, the medicine, if it can take a while to start working, and it gets adjusted as it goes. So I think that's going to help her. I think it feels stomach issues. I'm getting stomach. I feel she's been kind of having some stomach issues, nausea, adjusting to everything and to the different medications. And as she gets more into the natural things and as much as possible, because I know some of the other stuff is needed and have to, but there's a lot of the holistic stuff, the natural things that can help to ease a lot of that and help to heal. Ginger, peppermint, because I really feel the stomach. I think she carries a lot of that. Also breathing, I feel that, and that could just, I don't think it's a breathing issue. I think it's just I can feel it, and it's like the weight of everything. I think, having so much, and I feel that some of the weight's going to be lifted, and I feel her breathing easier. Some of the worries and the weight of just it all, like a monkey on your back. You can just have so much, and it can be really hard to breathe. And I just feel that can be an issue with her. Deep breathing would help, meditation, music. There's also some of that can be anxiety too, which the anxiety and all them kind of drugs, you don't need that. There's other things, cashews, pistachios. There's certain herbs, spices that will help with all of that. They say, even cashews can help with, not that she has it, but it can help with anxiety and depression. Now, I think she gets some anxiety, and that can also be from everything that's expected and understanding. But I think that can give her some of the physical symptoms. So I see that starting to help as she gets more used to the medicine and more of the holistic stuff. I see you doing a lot of researching, a lot of educating yourself and her as well, pushing her into the right things, into, hey, eat this, do this, try this, which is really, really good, because I think that's going to help her health. I do see it's the next year is going to be easier than this year. This year just seems like it's been a big struggle, a lot of difficult times. It's going to ease up this year. It's going to get better. She's going to start getting healthier. Next year's going to be easier though, and I know it's a slow healing process, but it's going to happen, and you're a big part of that. Also, I do feel another doctor coming in, a specialist.
Maybe a different oncologist?
Yeah, could be. And something about some changes in September, too, as well, with better quality medical care. Yeah, it could be, yeah, because I do see another doctor either joining the team or replacing someone in the team. Because I do feel there's a team of doctors, and it's really good if you can get them to work together. And, a lot of times they're willing to, but sometimes that has to be kind of brought up or asked about, or say, hey, maybe one day we can have a meeting together, and because I just get teamwork. I see teamwork, and that's going to really, really help with the care, really help with the quality. So that, that's going to be very important. And I do feel this doctor that's coming in is going to be a really good one, a very caring. I get the male energy, like maybe around 50s, late 40s, 50s. A good doctor, a very caring one, that I think is going to bring a lot of good changes. 3 to 6 months, she's going to really start feeling much better, and the medications and all of the stuff working together. You will sooner, but in 3 to 6 months, she's really going to start feeling it. The thyroid, that can be a good 3 to 6 weeks before it really starts kicking in and working. And then I get medicine adjustments, because a lot of times what they start you out at is not enough, and it has to be worked up and tested regularly. And when they do the test, make sure, I think I've told you this before, make sure it's the extensive test, not just the basic.
Yep. What she had done.
Yep, and see, that shows so much more. It's much, much better. And that will also help keep track of what is needed and the amount of medicine in it. And because just the regular test a lot of times shows that it's good and it's fine, and then they don't adjust the medicine. I think it's going to take 2 to 3 adjustments, which they increase the dose. Sometimes it can even be a different medicine as needed. I feel that the one she's on, is it Synthroid?
I think so. Actually sounds really familiar.
Because that's the one I pick up, and that one, it's a good one, but there are other alternatives. And if that one doesn't seem to do so good, but it can give her like 6 to 8 weeks, then maybe look into a different one. Sometimes if they give the generic version, that doesn't work as well as the regular, the actual Synthroid. But see, Synthroid is a synthetic one, and there are other options. There's like 2 or 3, and one's Armor, and there's a couple other ones, but they're more of a natural. Actually, Armor is from a pig, a dissected part of a pig. But there are natural alternatives. But see, different ones work different for different people, and depending on their symptoms, where Synthroid might work for one, it won't at all for someone else. Where Armor works great and right away. But there again, like I said, investigate a little bit, and also I do believe she's on Synthroid right now, and it can be okay, but it can take 3-4 different adjustments at least on the dose, because I do believe it does need to be increased, but they do it slowly. But I do feel that that's going to really, once she starts getting it working properly, that's going to make a huge difference as to how she feels, also her ability to heal. The iron plays a very big, important part, so make sure her iron is good. And then maybe even check vitamin D, especially if she doesn't get out and get enough sun, which I because of health-wise, I don't think so. And the vitamin D will help work with the thyroid and the thyroid medicine and the overall health. And so I would check the vitamin D too. I think that might help her, and that could be something she's lacking on. And if she's lacking in that, they can even give a megadose prescription one that can be taken like once a week till it starts working better. Because I think she could be short some vitamin D, and that will help her too, and that all kind of works together. And as you go through it all too, if you need me to help you with any of that too, I would be more than happy to. And like I said, there's several different options on the thyroid medicine, and the natural is the best. Also, hormones. I don't know if she's ever had her hormones checked, but who is a wonderful person and who has a lot of books and information and is all into the natural and healthy way is Suzanne Summers. If you remember Three's Company. Yes, she is amazing, and she's wrote about it. She's lived through so much, from the thyroid to the hormone issues to health-wise and natural stuff. I even have some of her books, and I have a friend who went through a lot of that, and she got into all of the stuff that she takes and the natural stuff, and there's like a patch and all of this. And I mean, she felt like a whole different person. And so maybe have the hormones checked too. Check out some of Suzanne Summers' information on the computer. Also, there's books. But she has wrote a lot about it and has experienced a lot, and it's very informative. And maybe check into some of that. So
yeah,
I think
American Mistletoe, I believe she's injecting daily to fight the cancer that she was diagnosed. That stuff's really you gotta know somebody that knows what they're doing to even think about. That's kind of a really toxic plant. It just gets your immune system boosted. If you eat much, it can kill you. It's just really kind of a. I did look into her treatments, and yeah, it's just that's not something I'm really willing to push her to try. Something that could kill her. Might as well just do chemo.
No, exactly. And see, now, I wasn't aware of that. I was more of the other. So yeah, no, nothing like that. And yeah, sorry, I didn't even know about that. No. So yeah, then you don't want to try nothing like that. And see, that's where I say you're very good. You're very protective. You're very caring. You investigate. I just see you doing so much. Physically, mentally, I mean, sitting, learning for hours about the stuff, looking up things on computer, reading, you do such a wonderful job with that and to help her, and that's amazing. Very kind, loving, and caring. And see, there is a perfect example, and like you said, you're finding all the right things that you need to do, and there's different things that work for different people, and I just really see you having her best interests in her health, and you being very careful with all of that. So that's good. Look into all that and continue to do that. I do feel this other doctor that comes in is going to be extremely helpful, one that you can talk to, because sometimes you have questions or you just feel more comfortable with some and just totally uncomfortable with others in asking them things and getting information and just kind of having that communication, because that can be really, really helpful when you find a doctor that is like that and that you feel comfortable and that you can talk to about anything. And this doctor just seems like that and is going to be really helpful in that way. And always don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't be afraid to investigate. Don't be, and I see you doing all that and doing really well with that. But I think it's going to be a doctor that's going to take more of a personal approach and be more open and able to communicate with, and also will be with the other team of medical people, so that sometimes you need one doctor to kind of get the rest moving too and to work together. And I think that's going to be a very good, important part and step in our health and our health care. I see her just so strong, very strong-willed, very strong heart. Tired at times, and it gets hard, but you keep her spirit up. She has a very strong spirit. And also, as I just see sad and hard at times, but I just see a beautiful smile. She just is so beautiful. Smile, and you bring that out in her. You get that joy, and you spark that happiness, and I think that really keep that going. And she needs to embrace that and just understand she's beautiful inside and out, and she's very strong, and she keeps a positive attitude and just so positive. After I just really been through so much, but has made her so strong. And so I know and I feel that she's been through so much for so long, but I just feel that it's really made her a strong person. And she has fight. I get a lot of fight. She has a lot of fight in her. A very fighting spirit, warrior spirit. Warrior comes up. She's very strong. And to keep that spirit, keep that attitude, because that helps so much. fire. I get fire element for her, and that is very fitting. Not sure if it's her birth. I feel almost maybe even could be her birth element or one that she's been connected to through her life. But fire, very good for her. Very powerful, very strong. And it's good to work with that. Everything from candles to fires. Very good. Nature, sitting outside, sitting around a fire, very, very helpful, very something I think that she enjoys. But even candle magic, I don't know if she's candles I think are really good for her. Red.
Yeah, there's a few of them around here.
Yeah, I think she kind of enjoys candles, connects with candles, and that's because of the fire element too. And so she's drawn to that. That's where a fire, even outside, some kind of, anytime she can connect with it, it's really, really good. And yeah, candles, I get different colored candles. I think red is one that's a power one and one that I see she is good to have. White, purity. I see candles, candle magic, candles around her. So definitely even get her some as gifts, and certain ones that if she likes, try to stick with the natural, like the beeswax and natural and organic candles, because some of the other ones can have bad chemicals in them. So, you know,
oh, yeah.
So yeah, you want the good healthy ones, and if you want certain scents too, and what is really good too is to put drops of essential oils. Lavender's one that I do all the time, and I'll put like 3-4 drops of lavender in the candle and burn it. Rose is another good one. Essential oils I think would be very helpful in healing. But yeah, if you put that in the candles too, whatever one she likes, but aromatherapy and essential oils I think are going to be very good for her. If she doesn't have them already, get some. See what she likes. Lavender's a very good healing one. Rose, take a little bit of rose oil, get rose essential oil, and put it by her heart each day. If she puts a little bit by her heart, it's very healing, very loving, it's good to do. Rose oil is very good. But I see working with some essential oils. A lot of the natural foods, I see kind of changing some of the diet. It's already really good, but I see you looking more into a lot of the healing, certain healing things, and so kind of experimenting, adding, changing, and that's going to really help. And not only in how she feels, but also in how she heals. Water. I think healing baths, cleansing baths, even in the shower, and let the water take the worries. I feel that with her. Tell her when she is standing in the shower and to just look down at the drain, watch the water run down, enjoy the shower, look at it as very cleansing, very healing, but look at all that water, all that energy, all that negativity, all the health, sickness, all of it just going down the drain. Look at it, same with the bath water as you're all done with it and you watch it and go down the drain, look at all of that, let it all go, and just watch it go down the drain. It's kind of just a therapy, a good therapeutic way to look at it, healing, and also the cleansing bath and showers. Water's a very good element for that, and it can help her. But let it go. She work with a lot of letting things go, it can really just take a lot of weight off of our heart. Our heart can be heavy when we worry and we think. And so, yeah, I think that would really help her so much. Very healing for her.
Yeah, are we driving people out of the room?
What was that?
Are we driving people out of the chat room talking about my wife's health?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I just looked at the screen and went, oh, my God, everybody's gone. Still
I'm so sorry. I don't pay attention to chat that much. I end up missing messages and missing. So if I don't respond, I'm so sorry. I get distracted if I do, or I pick up energy from, and so a lot of times I miss things. So yeah, well, and I can always help you too, even anytime, But I see so much of that. So yeah, maybe I just drive some people off because I tend to go on.
Maybe I'm going to be known as Dan Downer or Downer Danner.
No, not at all. As loving, sweet, wonderful Dan, very.
You guys hear me?
Whoa, what was that?
Yeah, I don't know. That was Chris. I'm not sure.
I think that was Chris and I lost her. I can see her lips moving.
I know. Her lips are moving, but I can't hear a thing.
Was she tapping? I thought I heard her tapping. Uh-oh.
Her mic went.
Plugged in. Probably cut the cord of her leg or if that yarded it out. Oh, that's like a good word. Oh.
Maybe she's
wow.
If we could lip read.
Oh, I mean, you need to understand that one. That was.
Yeah.
Oh. That's okay. It'll be archived. You need to replay.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
And
try it again. Oh, she gave me the finger.
Oh no.
She's refreshing.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, you're doing your essential oils, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that look on your face. No. She gets the smile, doesn't say yes or no. She's kind of has this.
Yeah. Yep. Essential oil is awesome. Great. Very, very good. Very healing. And you're going to know which ones. Ask her what she likes, too, what she's drawn to. Lavender is very, very healing, but there's so many different ones. Peppermint is a really good one. And
frankincense, lavender.
Yes.
Yeah, there's still. She had a bath on the bed that was just.
Oh yeah.
They just that patchouli or patchouli, whatever.
Patchouli, yes. Yep, and patchouli, that either people love it or they hate it. I love it, but I know many people that are like, oh God, no, but then some just love it, and it's a good one, but it depends on, she might like it and you might not, or you both might like it. It is very good, and incense too is another good. And you can get the kinds that she does like. Experiment a little bit. Try the different oils. There's so many different ones. Eucalyptus oil is really good. If you hang eucalyptus in your shower, and then when you shower, you'll get that smell and that clearing and that cleansing, and I love it, but others don't. So it depends, but that's very good. But the oils, there's everything from orange to green tea. There's so many different oils, and cinnamon and all the different ones. Peppermint actually will even help get rid of spiders and ants and things like that. Even peppermint plants. But the oil is extremely helpful. Even internally, peppermint tea, ginger, all that's going to help her, because I definitely get the stomach, and I feel so bad because I can actually feel it. And I know if she tried ginger, that would really help to settle her stomach. Peppermint candies, as long as it has the real essential oil in it, it can really help nausea right away. And so even carry it around a lot, even to give to other people. I'm always like, oh, if they don't feel good, here, have a peppermint, And I've done that for years, and that's something I learned when I was young, and I've always done it, and it's extremely helpful. Ginger, too, you can get the dried ginger, like the candied ginger, but get the good organic kind, and that, too, if she has that with her around, that can help settle her stomach. Even crackers, ginger ale, green teas, different teas, peppermint teas, because I feel bad, and I know a lot of it is medications and just, nervousness and so I think that'll help her a lot, and getting used to the medicines too. And so the nausea will get better, because I really feel that is really hard, and that also takes and sucks a lot of her energy, and just feels so tired a lot. And, as all this stuff starts to work, because you'd be amazed, especially the thyroid and even iron, low iron in your blood, can make you just so tired. And especially when she has a combination of several different things, and look into the hormones too, because if they're off a little bit, it can be amazing. As I said, I have a friend who has a patch, and she said if she forgets or if her patch falls off, she can feel it right away within, a day or two. She's like, oh, it just feels totally different. And same with thyroid medicine, that too. So I think as she adjusts to all that and all the natural stuff, 3-6 months, she's just going to start feeling so much better. And by next year, she's going to feel way, way better. And it's going to all help with her healing. I think I do see tests, MRIs, scans, several different tests, and, that's just to kind of keep track as to what is going on. I do see healing. And me and others here can continue to do prayers, smoking prayers up, and healing and sending all that. Chris is good at sending Reiki. She's, different ones here. A lot of us do different things. A lot of us, are healers and spiritual helpers, and even just sending love, and even the ones that aren't or don't, just sending love and prayers is extremely helpful. And very good. And I think that also keeps her positive, keeps her feeling good. And that as I said, I think is very, very important. You're good with that too. You're very supportive. Something I don't know if you've ever looked into a shaman, if you have any kind of spiritual preference or anything like that, but it's amazing how healing and you find the right one. It's amazing what they can do and to help. Even certain ceremonies, certain things that she can go to, I don't know how her health could stand up to like a sweat lodge, but that would be an amazing healing experience, and something I think everyone should experience at least once. And that can help so much in the healing and cleansing process and just feeling different. But physically, it can also be, something that maybe she's not quite ready for, but maybe eventually look into that. I think that would be not only spiritual healing, but physically healing for her. I see some kind of group or some kind of community, a spiritual community or a healing community that I think you guys join or get into or get introduced into. A group, maybe a cancer group, a supportive, something like that. Getting involved a little bit, and then there you can learn a lot from others. Networking, communicating, talking to others that are dealing with similar or different situations, and it can be very helpful. So I see some kind of group or some kind of supportive community, maybe spiritual, something, and that I think is going to help too. I think she's kind of isolated. I feel kind of homebound quite a bit. But some outside time, even if it's out nature time, if you can get her, if she's feeling up to getting outside, getting some sun, just, the energy, I think some outside time would be extremely healing.
Her self-prescribed therapy is gardening and doing, working in the flower beds and the vegetable garden.
Perfect. That's great and very healing. And I feel her being very drawn to plants. Even inside plants would be very good for her because, she seems to have a green thumb, as they call it, and also working with the living plants, their energy. They give off amazing energy, and she likes to get into the earth, dealing with planting, watching the progress, seeing things grow. Very therapeutic. Gardening is very healthy, very wonderful. And if you grow things too, especially food, flowers, any of that, it's an amazing experience to see it grow and just to feel the energy. Like I said, everything carries energy, and indoor plants too would be very good, very healing. I have many, but there's been times where I had just hundreds in my house. It was like a tropical rainforest. And I love the energy from them. I love the beauty, and even not just all the flowers, but the ones with the leaves. And I feel that it's very healing for her. I don't know if there's a conservatory where they have a bunch of plants and flowers, or I just see her around them, and it being very healing for her. Very good to do the gardening and to get out in the sun. And that also, too, the sun helps give us the vitamin D. But I think vitamin D level, which they can do that
when
when
you hear me?
Yeah, you're back.
Okay.
Yeah, there she is.
I don't know. Stupid computer gremlin.
Oh.
Now you're gone. Oh, there you are.
Fuck.
Is that wired?
Well, I have a backup pair of headsets. We're going to test this now.
You're not rolling a chair over the cord, are you?
No.
No?
So this is a brand new pair of headsets, so we'll see where I get the stupid thing out. Brand new. We'll see what's going on. Go ahead, finish up.
Okay, yeah. Do you have any questions, or just me to keep going, or do you want me to shut up?
Oh, you're all right. I don't think I have any more questions. We covered my wife's health, possibility of a different job since I hate mine and really, really hate it. And my kids.
Yeah, that's going to change. That's going to get better. Because, I definitely feel the uncomfortable. I just feel you just want to get out of there and away from there. And as I said it before, I just feel you've settled for so long. And it's time for change. You're just scratching so bad you're bleeding. You're just so anxious and so excited and so just want something else, and it's coming. You're going to be so much happier. It's going to be a good positive change, a good job, and one that's going to be rewarding. I see you feeling appreciated and, more of a rewarding career, rewarding feeling good, not just going and doing it because you have to, not just a job that you muddle through and get through and just can't kind of watch the clock and can't wait for the day to end. It's going to be one you're more excited about and you like and appreciate it and valued, and they acknowledge your skills and your worth, and that's where I see too you being able to negotiate your contract, being able to looking for. That definitely, because it is time for a change. And I see that other job, the job that you're in now, being extremely stressful, just extremely, unhappy. I just keep feeling time to take that leap, time for a change. You just change. You want it so bad. And it's going to be good, and it is going to come. And you've worked hard to get to this point. When you go through so much and you finally get to that point where now you're going up, uphill, downhill, and you keep going, it's like a roller coaster. Well, now you're finally going to get some smooth sailing, some good. It's going to be easy travel, a good journey. It's going to get much easier because I just feel kind of like it's been a ride, for you both, kind of a up and down roller coaster, ride. And I get you just going, stop the ride, I want to get off, and I see a lot of changes, and you're ready for it. It's something that's been coming for some time, and she is as well, and she's very happy. I just see you guys being very happy with the change, and a good positive and a very healthy, good thing for you to not be so stressed and to be in a happier place, because I feel that this was not a good one. It's it's a job, and it's been supportive, and it's paid the bills, but I just see much better. You deserve so much more, and it's coming. So that is going to be a very, very good change, and well needed, well deserved. Definitely. So that's going to help so much. You've had the strength and courage, and the physical power to get through and to this point, but you have the purpose, the creativity, the determination, the inner will. You're ready. I get emotional balance. More inner peace. You need that. You want it. You're ready for it, and that's going to happen with a lot of this. It's going to bring so much more changes for both you and her. Definitely, your whole situation is going to go well and be much better.
There's one question. Last time I talked to you, you said something about smudging and
yes.
using sage. Does it really matter what kind of sage? Or
no, there's white sage. There's many different kinds of sages, and it's very important that you do it for both health and just so many reasons to get rid of negativity. It actually even will get rid of bacteria, and it's amazing all the different things it'll do, but it'll get rid of negativity, even bad spirits. It's so cleansing, so healing. I cannot stress the importance of smudging and how good sage is. And no, you go with what you like. Different ones smell different. There's smudge sticks, there's the loose leaf, the white sage is really good, and I use that. But Dragon put in there sweetgrass is wonderful. Yep, Palo Santo is very good, which is a wood and a sacred wood, very, very good to burn that. Sweetgrass brings in the positive, it's a sacred medicine, very, very good. So it also incorporate those. Tobacco, too, as long as you're not an ex-smoker or she's not an ex-smoker or anything, tobacco is very good for offering and for clearing, and it's a sacred medicine as well. And for giving thanks to Creator, but tobacco is another one. But I don't recommend it if people are ex-smokers. Then there's other things you can do. But not cigarettes, it's pure tobacco. Yes, exactly. There's a difference. Cigarettes are very bad, and even people that smoke, I tell them, if you're going to smoke, then go with the natural and the organic and not the store-bought icky cigarettes, because that's where they put all the chemicals and all the crap and all the really bad stuff. And so if they're smokers, I suggest they use the pure organic tobacco, and because then it's what man does to it that ruins it all. Otherwise, that's a good plant, and then to roll them themselves, because it's also with cigarettes, the filters and all the chemicals and all the poisons and toxins. So, but yeah, tobacco is good for offering, giving thanks, but definitely sage, the white. Some people say it smells like pot, or different people say different. They like the smell. I love the smell of any sage. There's many different kinds, and so kind of experiment. You can find sage blends that have sage and lavender and different things.
What I have a blend, and then I have I don't know, big old bag full of sage that came out of a guy's garden that's been hanging and drying, and I have no idea. He doesn't know what kind of sage it is, but I'm sage.
No, you can try many different kinds. I use many different ones, and some blends, some sponge sticks, some loose leaf. It depends on what I'm doing, and also very good to take it when you burn it to smudge yourself and to breathe it in. Hold it under you and breathe in. Take what you need. And her too, very, very important to do. It'll be very healing. And sometimes it may be, a minute or two. It can be just a few sniffs, and other times you need more. But you take what you need. Extremely healing, very good for you. But definitely sage yourself, sage the house. You can do even at times do a very thorough, the cabinets, the closets, do everywhere. Bring it to an open, try to go in a circle, bring it to an open window or an open door and let it all go, let it all out. Same with when you do yourself, just gone. The intention, too, along with when you do it and the energy that you put into it and what you feel. And it's amazing how the benefits of both the healing health-wise but spiritually and what it can do for you, and how you feel so much better. And you'll actually, when you get in the habit of doing it, and her too, you'll feel when you don't. It's good to do it daily and even, several times a day. Try the different kinds. There's so many different ones and they smell different, and you kind of are going to be drawn to certain ones. And when you get friends that say, hey, here's some, or you get it as gifts, it's always a good thing. You can also do sage teas, sage, healing potions that you can make yourself. So not only to burn it, but also, even to take it internally too, is very, very good, very healing. It has a lot of health benefits. It's really good to do to get rid of negativity all around you. Do her, especially the places that she tends to spend her time around the bed. Doing the bath is good to do when you're taking a good healing bath, a good clearing bath. Have the sage burning in there. Some people find the sticks are easier, they burn easier, they're longer. Some people are drawn to the loose leaf. You can use both. It's kind of experiment. Some people like to use a shell, a seashell. Others use bowls. It's good to have a prayer feather. You don't have to.
Can you hear me now? Yay.
Yeah, we can hear you now. A lot of help.
Now, I'm going to try and turn my camera on. If my computer crashes, then you guys just hang up and leave whenever you want to, because I give up after that, okay?
My wife told me to wrap it up, so it's coming quick.
Okay. But I do want to okay, well, I'll test it on the way out. So I'm going to hit stop record. Thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll be back tomorrow with Diana Monroe. No, tomorrow, Sunday, with Hillary Black. And thanks for listening in archives.